Are you thinking about buying or selling a home, or just want to know what might be going on with one of your biggest investments? Then come hang out with us for a little while. Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall, and welcome to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Our local sponsors are Bricks Real Estate, Network Title, Eric Bloomstrad and Chad Preby with Bell Bank Mortgage, StructureTech Home Inspections, James Tufson with Country Financial, along with Cregan's Construction and Grey Duck Staging and Design. You can catch us across all your devices, whether that's on TV on the CW23 Saturday mornings at 6:30 or KSTC Saturday mornings at 6, on the radio at AM 950 Sundays at noon, also on YouTube or Facebook by just typing in Twin Cities Real Estate Show, or you can also podcast us anytime, again, by typing in Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Don't forget to check us out online anytime at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. There you can find all of our past shows, our weekly market updates, along with the latest and greatest searching and researching tools, and our free publications to include the Smart Home Buyer Guide and the Smart Seller Guide, along with the Bricks Report. All of these free for you. If you have any real estate questions, please feel free to give us a call, 651-303-0019. Again, 651-303-0019. Happy to help answer any of your real estate questions or assist with your real estate needs. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Really excited about today's topic, new construction inspections. This is something that when Reuben brought it to my attention, that I didn't even know it was like something that was available.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something right before the show today. I'm like, I didn't know that existed either. So
I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yeah, we got Reuben Saltzman joining us, StructureTech Home Inspections today. Really excited about the topic. And also Danielle Germunson, thank you so much for coming in. You do a lot out in the Stillwater area, right?
Yes.
And a lot of new construction out there.
A lot of new construction.
Didn't you say you just did one?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's becoming a lot more prevalent out there. Would you say you're doing a lot more new construction now that I know it's offered? That's something that's showing up a lot more now because of a lot more people pushing towards
the word is getting out there a lot more,
Okay.
and with new construction picking up, I mean, it has been increasing lately, and we're noticing it. And people get the inspections done, and then their neighbors see it happening, and then they call us to have more of it done. So it's like it just perpetuates itself.
Well, and in our environment of, a lot of these agents just being like, oh, I'm not going to do the inspection, right? That like, you probably have that luxury that you are able, and the builders are going to more than likely allow it, I would say, right?
Yes.
Yep,
yes.
exactly, yeah. And of course, I never think it's a good idea to just brush off the inspection, right? Whether it's a new home or old home, it's a good idea to get that done because it can cost tens of thousands of dollars,
Yes.
things that can get missed on there. And what I was thinking about it as you were chatting about the new construction, that if you're finding issues that could be expensive issues in brand new homes,
Yes.
imagine what you find in the old ones, right?
It's a lot more in the old ones, absolutely.
Yeah.
With new construction, the stuff we find is things weren't installed properly.
Right.
Now, with the existing homes, we have stuff that's not installed properly and stuff that's at the end of its life or it's
Right.
worn down.
Yes.
Yep.
Hazardous as well. Yeah.
Find a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff, absolutely.
Well, how about, Reuben, you give me a little breakdown of what got you interested in homes or houses?
Sure. I was born into this. That's what it really comes down to. My dad was a carpenter. I grew up with a hammer in my hand, working on houses from the age of about 5 or so.
A lot of busted thumbs.
A lot of busted thumbs. A lot of nails stepped on job sites, not wearing the proper work attire. All that, you name it, I've done it. I've gotten injured every possible way because, you're young, you're dumb, you're not going to wear the right protective equipment. But I grew up around it. And my dad ended up getting into home inspections when I was still in high school. And that's when I got involved with this company, StructureTech. He bought it when it was the year I graduated high school.
Yeah, why don't you expand upon that little history of the company?
Sure. Yeah, we were in business together for a long time. I mean, I started answering phones. This is pre-digital cameras. We would have a company pick up film from us in the morning and then drop off photos in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And then I'd take these photos and I would stick them onto sheets, and we'd put plastic over it, and we'd drop these reports off at the mailbox, and people would get their home inspection report 2 days after the inspection. There'd be colored photos, and they would be tickled.
Cutting edge at that time.
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
It was. It was crazy. This was fast turnaround. I mean, yeah, it was fun times.
So, yeah, I mean, you guys have been around a long time, and good reputation as really, looking out for the buyers out there and digging in and looking for those things that are, the things that aren't so common for a home of a particular age, right? What are the red flags that are standing out? When we come back, we're going to be getting into new construction home inspections, and we're going to talk a bit about why it's a good idea to get one, as well as some of the objections, which I'm sure builders have them.
Oh, of course.
Yes,
Yep.
some of the objections that builders have when you bring up as a buyer that you want to do this, as well as the different types. And you filled me in a bit on this, so the pre-drywall inspection, and then kind of the traditional go through once it's finished and look for everything, as well as the 1 year home inspection. We'll talk more about that when we come back. And also chat more about some of the issues that you come across, and then the guarantee that you guys offer. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. As always, check us out online anytime at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Reuben with StructureTech Home Inspections. Everyone knows you should have a home inspection before you buy a home, but we've heard of home buyers being encouraged to skip the home inspection in this crazy market to make their purchase offer more attractive. Now they're facing tens of thousands of dollars in unexpected repairs. I'm telling you now, don't skip the home inspection. Here at StructureTech, we can get your home inspected quickly, and we offer a full line of services. Visit us online at StructureTech.com to learn more.
Don't fall for the billboards or the clickbait. There is no such thing as today's rate. Mortgages and mortgage rates are individual to you. Chad Preby and Eric Bloomstrand with Bell Bank Mortgage are here to show you the formula to get your best rate. Once you know this formula, you can mortgage shop with confidence. Find us online at chadpreby.com. That is chadpreby.com. NMLS 1462493, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Kurt Duckwall with Bricks Real Estate and the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions people make. Before you make your next move, download our free Smart Home Buyer or Smart Seller guides to give you the edge in our real estate market. From deal hunting to knowing the right repairs for maximizing value, these free guides have it all. Check them out and more at brickstwincities.com under publications. Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. Today's topic, we're going to get into it here, is new construction home inspections. Thank you so much, Reuben, for coming in to talk about this, and Danielle as well for joining us. Really diving in, you just recently went through this, Danielle, with a client.
Yes.
Why was it you felt with a brand new house that you would want to have your client have a home inspection?
You're putting a lot of money into a new construction and time. And it is important to have an extra pair of eyes to evaluate what potentially could be issues. StructureTech does an impeccable job of finding the details that would be problematic if there would be a problem.
Well, and I know one of the things that we do is that blue tape walkthrough, marking everything, and yeah, I know how important having that extra set of eyes to find those things prior to that walkthrough, because you're not going to have the opportunity to get things taken care of really for about another year, unless it's something major that pops up with a builder.
Yeah.
I mean, would you have anything to add to that, Reuben, as to the why? It's a good idea.
A lot of the time, our clients will ask us about nail pops and little cracks, and that all falls under the category of cosmetic stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and anybody, whether you're qualified to be a home inspector or not, anybody can see all of that stuff. And a lot of the time, we'll give our clients a blue roll of tape.
Right.
And say, here, while we're here, you go around and you note a lot of those, but I'm going to be looking for the stuff that you wouldn't see, that you wouldn't know about.
Right.
And we've seen so much stuff. I mean, stuff that would blow your mind. I don't know if we got time for
Oh, we'll get into
segment.
it. Yeah.
But, I mean, crazy stuff that the average homeowner will never know about until it's way too late.
Right. So with this, do you get objections from builders?
Oh, you knew where this was headed, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I would think, going back to the why, we know that there's a lot of inspections that are taking place, but I've been in this business. I've seen what some of those inspections look like, right? Walking around with the clipboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. And, builders love to tell their clients that there's no point in getting a home inspection. It's already been inspected dozens of times. The city's been out. And this city, whatever city we're in, is especially picky.
Yeah.
I mean, their inspectors don't let anything by.
Yes.
And they're extremely detailed. But in reality, these building officials who are coming through, and I'm not knocking building officials. I have the utmost respect for them. I don't do what they do. But they have a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a lot of houses they need to get to in one day. We've got 1 or 2 houses we go to in one day.
Right, and you're spending 4 hours or so there,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Those walkthroughs are 15 minutes,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
with
They're
the
very quick.
with the building officials a lot of times. So
Yep. So we always, I shouldn't say always, we almost always find a ton of stuff at just about every new construction home. Every once in a while, you get an exception. You get a house that's just a rare bird, and we've got a very short list of stuff. But most of the time, there's a big list of stuff that the builder's going to end up having to come back out and fix. And we don't have any authority to make builders fix anything.
Right.
But in every one of these cases, when they see our report and they see what we found compared to what was supposed to happen, nobody puts up any arguments about it.
Right.
I mean, they get it. They say, yeah, our sub didn't do that right. And they take care of it.
Right.
Such an important part of the building process is to have the inspections done.
Yes.
It really is. It saves you thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, I think that's a good conversation to have up front, when you're talking about doing the build. Hey, we're looking at having a build inspection out of the gate. Have you ever run into any builders that are like, no, we don't allow it or not going to do it? Or
Yeah, there was one. It's a local builder, and I won't drop any names, but they actually wrote a position paper on why they are against home inspections on any of their houses. And I have a blog. It's a weekly blog. It was in the Star Tribune for about 10 years. And I wrote a counterpoint to this letter. And I didn't identify them, but I took every one of their points and said, here's why we disagree and we find value in home inspections on all new construction houses.
Right.
So yeah, it exists, but I don't think there's a single valid argument against it.
So, what are some, we kind of just touched on it briefly in the last segment, but the different types and then what you're looking for
Sure.
on each of those? Because you mentioned 3 to me, and one of them I had no idea about until today. So.
Sure. So the 3 types, one is the pre-drywall inspection. We probably do fewer pre-drywall inspections than anything else, mostly because people aren't involved in the home purchase process that early on. A lot of the time when people are buying new homes, the house is already built. Yeah. But when people get involved early enough and they know about this service, they hire us to come in and do a pre-drywall inspection where we inspect as much as we possibly can before the drywall goes up, as the name implies.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's, it's kind of like a framing inspection, but we also look at roughed-in electrical, plumbing, roughed-in HVAC, the roof. There's a lot of stuff that we can look at besides just the framing. But the framing is the biggest part of that. And those usually take about an hour or so. It's not an extremely long inspection, but it's something that gets done before everything gets covered up. So that's one. Number 2 is the traditional home inspection, and that's where we look at everything with a fine-tooth comb. Look at all the electrical, run a ton of water, get up on the roof, get inside the attic, look at the structure, everything that would be included in a normal home inspection. That's the most common one. And then the third one, the one that you weren't aware of
Yes.
yet, is the 11-month warranty inspection or 1-year warranty inspection, whatever you want to call it. This is for people who didn't
Right, a lot
have...
of people don't know that, like, so you have these different time blocks when you buy a home, right, that things that are under warranty. It's 1 to 10, 1 year kind of everything, 2 years major mechanical, 10-year major structural. And you have this opportunity with your builder, if they're still around hopefully, right, to go through with them and basically identify anything that you've seen pop up that's not just wear and tear kind of stuff. And yeah, that's where you come in a sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we go through and we look at the way everything was done. And a lot of the time, at this point, the homeowner has been in the house for 11 months now or whatever it's been. And they've got this area where they don't feel that this is right. They've got frost that shows up here. We've got these dark stains that are showing up here. And they've got a lot of questions about their house, and they want somebody unbiased to come in and tell them, no, this is not a problem, or yes, this is very unusual and you should have it fixed.
Well, and you brought up a great point, which is, you know, if you own a new home out there, or if you have clients that, if you're an agent and have clients that have a new home out there, and they're coming up on their 1 year, and they didn't do the home inspection, this is a fail-safe, in a sense. You could go in at this point in time just to make sure, because you're going to have that opportunity, that one opportunity to get this stuff taken care of.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes people say, well, it's a lot of money. They're going to charge me, you know, whatever we charge, $500, $600, whatever it is for a home inspection. It's like, well, it's a lot of money. Well, it's risk-free. If we go in and we do a home inspection and somebody feels that it wasn't worth the money, they don't have to pay us.
Right,
That's
the
our guarantee
guarantee,
to anybody. So it really is risk-free. But what really ends up happening is once we do one 11-month warranty inspection in a newer neighborhood, we end up doing a lot in that neighborhood. Yes, because the builder ends up coming out, they end up doing a lot of work at the house to fix stuff that was done wrong, and then you know what neighbors do? They talk.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then why were they out? Who did you have out? Oh, what's their number? And we end up going through whole neighborhoods that way. So we really love those 11-month warranty inspections.
Right.
But it's all because people find a lot of value in it.
Yeah. Well, and I think, you know, a lot of people were told, you don't need to worry about it, don't need to have those, because they're all the inspections that the city's doing. Well, this is your opportunity. Get somebody in there to do that 1 year for you, because once your 1 year is up, you know, now you're off that cosmetic, and it's got to be bigger issues at that point. What are some of the things that you would say are the really common items that show up? I know we talked about nail pops and something like that you come across on the new construction inspections.
I'd say number 1, 2, and 3 is insufficient attic insulation.
Okay.
That's one of the areas where there is no such thing as an attic insulation inspection. It took me a long time to get to the bottom of this and figure out how this happened, but I had a home inspector in California explaining to me that in his area, there is no such thing as an attic insulation inspection. I'm like, you guys are crazy. I know we do them in Minnesota. And then I was like, I think we do them in Minnesota. and then I started calling up different cities, and I called the 20 largest cities here in the metro area. Not one city does an attic insulation inspection.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. So what they do is they rely on the insulation contractor to tell them what they installed.
Right.
Long, dramatic pause there as you think that through. So when we go up inside attics, I'd say about half of the new construction homes have way less insulation than they're supposed to have in the attic. And along with that is a lot of other stuff that goes wrong in the attic. We find bath fans, the ducts are disconnected or not tightly connected at the roof. We've found roof vents that are supposed to exist, and they simply covered over the opening in the roof sheathing with shingles, and there is no vent. We've found homes where they didn't have any vents at all.
Interesting.
I remember there was a gigantic rebuild in, I won't say what city, but it was right on a golf course, big, nice house, and they completely covered everything up where they were supposed to have ridge vents. So lots of stuff going on in the attic. Do I have time to talk about anything other than attics?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more.
Well,
but
I know you mentioned like the bad install for mechanicals as something that you came across?
Maybe one of the most egregious ones I found was a water heater vent where they forgot to glue one of the connections. It was a PVC vent, and it's, you got this purple primer on there, so it looks good, but they forgot to glue it, and it had come disconnected. And it was venting the water heater exhaust up into the ceiling space, into the house.
Wow.
And this is what people die from.
Right.
This is pumping carbon monoxide into the house.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
So that was a pretty bad one. There was another story where this woman, she was retired, single woman, and she called us up to do an 11-month warranty inspection because she was having indoor air quality problems. Her house always seemed damp. The air quality seemed bad to her. It seemed stuffy. She had frost over all of her doors and windows, couldn't open all of them. And she had called the builder out several times for this, and they all made her feel really dumb about it. Turns out they had not exhausted her air exchanger properly, and that's what was causing all of this. Yes, exactly. And the builder had looked at that specifically and told her it's perfectly fine, but it wasn't.
Right.
They had completely botched it, and they had to redo the whole ductwork for their for the HRV, and that's what was causing all of her problems. So
and that
she
can
was so
affect the
thankful.
air quality too.
Absolutely, absolutely, and she could feel it. I mean, she knew there was something wrong there. Yep.
And like you've come across not just attic issues but roof issues.
Roof issues. I've been to multiple homes where the builder ended up coming out and tearing off the entire new roof and replacing it because they didn't nail it properly. When the roofers go through, they have to set the pressure right on the nail guns, and if the pressure is set too high, those nails are going to punch right through the mat of the shingle, and then you'll have shingles that blow off. And they might not blow off in the first week that it's done, but give it a few months. And our recommendation, every time we come across that, I don't want to be the bad guy. So we'll say you got two options. Number one, either get a letter from the shingle manufacturer telling you that this is acceptable and they'll honor their warranty.
Right.
I've never seen that happen, by the way. Or tear it off and redo it. It's one of those two.
Right.
And we've seen a lot of new construction homes have their brand new roofs torn off and redone at the builder's expense because it wasn't done right. And this is stuff that is not caught by municipal inspections.
Right.
They don't walk roofs. They don't lift shingles to check nailing. They look at it from the ground, and they look at photos that the roofer took.
And in some cases, that could cause an insurance issue if it was
I would surely think so.
Improperly installed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's wait too long. I mean, I've seen that just out on showings with houses.
Yes.
It's like their whole sections of shingle that are just slid off the house.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't installed correctly.
And it's not a defective shingle.
No.
Right.
The shingles are always fine. It's a defective installation.
Right.
Yep.
Well, one of the things that I do the first-time homebuyer classes, and I will say, one of the most expensive home inspections that you can get is spending the least amount of money on your home inspection.
Right.
Yes.
Right? So you mentioned, hey, it could cost $500 or $600.
That is so
But
true.
I mean, you're buying for new construction, a $450, $500, $600, $700, whatever, keep on going up, $100,000 home, right? That it, spending a little bit of money to make sure that it was done correctly is just a wise idea.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend, your blog is great. I've followed
you.
it for a long time,
Yeah,
since the first
very
time you
good.
came out. I think did a class here a few years back.
Yeah.
Where can people find that blog?
They can find it on our website. They go to StructureTech.com. Or if you just Google StructureTech, it'll take you there. And we've got it very prominently displayed at the top of the page. Click on blog.
Yeah, and for any real estate agents out there watching as well, you guys offer continuing education.
Tons.
That you'll come out and teach, and agents can get those free CE credits.
Yep.
Can you do? We got a few seconds before the break. A quick rundown of some of the classes you have.
Oh, the best one, let's just talk about new construction. It's a 1-hour class, and it's nothing but photo after photo of exactly what we're talking about. And for a limited time, we've even got it available for free.
Oh, there you go. And then you got the
Nice.
water intrusion one as well. That's a great one. We'll be right back.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.
My name is James Tobson with Country Financial. Anyone can sell you insurance, however, is it going to be the insurance you need? When life pops up with its surprises, you want the right coverage. When it comes time to find or renew your policy, give me a call. I would love to review your existing policy and show you what I can do for you. You can email me at james.tobson@countryfinancial.com or give me a call at 651-365-3408.
Hi, I'm Becca, owner of Grey Duck Staging. With today's home buyers beginning their journey exclusively online, the look and feel of your home matters more than ever. Whether it's a simple in-home consultation, a refresh using your current furniture, or a whole home staging, our goal is always the same: showing your home in the best light and helping you achieve the highest sales price possible. To learn more, visit us at greyduckstaging.com or check us out on Instagram at greyduckstaging.
Welcome back to the Twin Cities Real Estate Show. As always, you can catch all of our past shows, including this one, at TwinCitiesRealEstateShow.com. If you have any questions for us, you can give us a call after show, 651-303-0019. Have Reuben Saltzman in. Thank you so much for coming in today, talking about new construction home inspections. We finished up the last segment talking about some of the continuing education you offer for real estate agents out there. Some of the other classes that you have are red flags, like walkarounds, things that you see show up, as well as the hassle-free home inspection and home inspection horrors. I've done that class for agents that are watching this. That's a great class. Real quick, Reuben, what are some of the other types of inspections that you offer for home buyers out there?
Besides the traditional home inspection, I'm buying a house and I want to know what I'm getting. We do all of the extra stuff that comes with that home inspection, such as radon testing, sewer inspections, specialized chimney inspections where we put a camera down the chimney.
Yeah, you need to have that in-house now.
We do it in-house.
Exactly. About that, yes.
Yep, brought that in-house. We do stucco testing. If someone's buying a newer stucco home, a lot of those have water problems, and we do specialized stucco testing on those.
You helped a client of mine out with that last year.
Good,
Yep.
good. And then we do mold testing as well. That's kind of a newer one for us.
Yeah, we actually just had you do that and use that service. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in. We got to go. Thank you, everybody. People always ask realtors, what is your commission? But what they should be asking is, what is your rate of return? Commissions only vary by a couple of % from agent to agent. However, the price per square foot you get just based on their experience and the quality of marketing they use can vary by 10% or more. At Bricks Real Estate, our agents use the right marketing and have the experience to get you top dollar for your house. See what we can do for you at brickstwincities.com.
Not every title company is the same. There are many people involved with each real estate transaction, and all of them need to be in the loop or a closing may get delayed. This is why the people at Network Title strive to provide swift scheduling and communication between the buyers, sellers, agents, and lenders. We know moving can be stressful, however, your closing does not need to be. Check us out online at network-title.com.